Ladies and gentlemen, again I would like to take a passage from the biblical Joseph. Remember, that story is so important because it is a template, a guide as to how I hope to become a future surrogate Prime Minister and the policies that I will implement with Her Majesty's government. I will not be a dictator. I will work with those who have been elected, appointed as proper MPs in the House of Commons. I will only be a figurehead. Let me be very clear. I'm going to do exactly what Boris Johnson did, but he did it only in a snap way. He did it to take political advantage at the time. He was politically expedient. He was a what's the word? Anyway, whatever he did, he had no small print and he had no real vision of Brexit. I have the headline banners. I also have the small print. That is the difference. But I also have a period of time when I will depart from that office, I hope, in a better way than Johnson did. I see things very, if you read my part of my autobiography, 50 years ago I served with a Church Army officer, and he saw in me someone who could see into the future 5 times quicker than anyone he had ever met. 5 times, not twice, not 3, not 4, but 5 times. He discerned in me. God had blessed me with a gift of discernment. Now politically that is absolutely advantageous. Now I want to recall Harold Macmillan, a great Conservative MP. Remember, his maxim was the wind of change, and also events, my dear boy, events, meaning events can change and can endorse a candidate. Now there are many events, far too many to go into in this talk. The reason why I want to recall some is to reflect the biblical Joseph, when early in his life he had a dream. When in the dream he was elevated to high office, and his brothers, when he told about his dream, were jealous of this. But the important thing is that Joseph had these events in the form of a dream. Now I am not going to replicate that in the form of a dream, because you would just shut up shop and say, well, this guy's on about a dream, I'm not going to listen to him. But I had events in my life which is going to draw me to the European Union, especially to Germany. I will elaborate on this later, but I would just want to sing a new German anthem, which I hope the German people consider it to be their future German national anthem. But that is a decision they must make. I only offer it, but I believe in this anthem are exactly which replicates what God wanted to impart to Adam, to be a good custodian. And this anthem, I believe, will exonerate the German people from a terrible indictment during the Second World War, which we all know what that is. Not necessary for me to emphasize that. But there are 3 verses. I'll just sing 2 of them to the German national anthem tune by Haydn, called Austria. Deutschland, Deutschland, once to folly, scorn the contours of thy race. Oh, what a legacy of tortured memory, ever since it there remains. Now the time has come to exonerate this indictment of thy past. Deutschland, Deutschland, quench this nemesis, render throughout thy fatherland. Deutschland, Deutschland, a vision glorious, worthy of universal praise. First in Eden God imparted unto Adam to dress and to keep, with the gift of art and science, raised up nations from the earth. Deutschland, Deutschland, seen from highest bliss, be this noble servant acclaimed. There, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can see in the first verse it alludes to the Third Reich and how to exonerate its tortured memory. The second verse, which I've not sung, is about freedom and justice by art and science, raised to Olympian heights. The last verse alludes specifically for Germany to personify the Adam and Eden with this message of the gift of art and science to level up all the nations in the world. This is how Germany is going to exonerate the terrible legacy of the Third Reich. It will do exactly the opposite to what Hitler did to impose upon the German people this awful, awful, tortured memory. And I believe I have instances in my life early when I visited Germany 3 times. I won't explain them now, they are too precious and too wonderful and beautiful to explain, but I will allude to them in another video. But I hope, ladies and gentlemen, and German people can see that these 2 anthems represent how the biblical Joseph also came to the assistance and service of the nations surrounding Egypt. The nations which surround us, Britain, is the European Union, in which Germany is going to play a very, very important role in the future. I will explain this in another video. Thank you.